All right, so let's see if we can try that again. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Freedom Fridays here at the TED Show, so you guys are so good to me. So let me know you can hear me and see me, and let me make sure that I'm not sideways. We're trying out that new graphic down in the bottom with the TED Show. Gotta love the purple color. But we were sideways earlier, so let me know if you can hear and see me. I don't know what I can hear or see, and I see somebody's on, but I don't see comments. So let's see what happens. Do you guys hear me, see me? All right, Eddie Nichols on. Hey, Eddie, am I straight up and down or am I sideways? I'm still here. Bob Moylan, how's it? Is it better this time? Can you see me straight up and down? All good, finally. Okay, so welcome to Freedom Fridays, guys. I love this this part of the week because it's the end of the week. Had a great week this week. Thanks, Eddie. But Freedom Fridays, I wanted to talk, the topic today is you have the freedom to not be free. So let's talk about that. That can be, that for me, and what I want to talk about today are two different things. Your time is not free, and you don't have to be free all the time for people, and you have to know what your value is so that you're not giving away the farm and are free. Your services are free all the time. So let me tell you what I've been experiencing lately. As we've watched the TED Show grow, and we have the TED program, and I'm doing coaching, I'm doing events, I'm emceeing things. I love the growth on that. I'm so thankful for you guys for doing that, and to add value to myself, I've begun to charge for that. So I have a lot of friends going through the same thing. This is not an easy thing to go, well, I'm valued at this or that, when you're used to not charging anybody for anything. But what's happened is I have given away so much of my time that I have not monetized properly. And if I'm going to coach people about how to monetize, how to brand themselves, then I have to know that my time, I have the freedom to say that I'm not free. There's a cost to doing business with everyone. And so if you're allowing yourself, like I have done in the past, so I'm being totally vulnerable here, I'm laying it all out there for everybody to see. I have not asked for money for anything. I would never ask a show guest for money, but look, there has to be some sort of value to my time. So I have a friend who's also going through the same thing, and what happens is people kind of back off. So what I want to tell you what happened to me is people began to push back. They pushed back and said, well, Ted, you've always done it for free. Well, I'm not a Rockefeller as much as I wish I was. So I have to monetize. If I'm going to make this valuable, I have to believe it's valuable, and I have to charge something for the services. We had a great meeting this morning. I won't name the people we met with, but they were lovely, and we were trying to figure out how we could monetize our relationship. So if you see me out and about, I have my very first sponsor under my new program on Monday, and Ray Ortega deserves a ton of kudos from everybody because he sees the value. But I have to tell you, I had to fight tooth and nail with myself to know that there was a value. There was a value to me. Instead, I was just going along. I wanted to do the right thing. I'm a big believer in planting seeds, and seeds will always come back to you. And I've been blessed my entire life by working and doing things like that. But when it becomes a 40, 50 hour a week job, and I am doing a lot of things and people want me to, can you focus on this, Ted? Can you highlight this? Can you highlight that product? Can you highlight that service? Yes, but let's bring sponsorship to the table and let's give some value to my time and my contacts. Look, we have built up over the last 9 months relationships with all of you as viewers, with all of you who have been on the show. So why was I not monetizing that? Why was I not allowing myself to, yes, I can give more details on the sponsorship, Caitlin, but the point of not being free is I want to encourage you not to provide your services for free either. Look, I wish I could give everybody a platform every single day of the week, because trust me, we could have that many guests on. I've got guests lined up through August, maybe September. Hey, Kimber. But at some point, I have to bring the money in, and the only way for me to do that is for me to build, yes, I'm building a brand, for me to believe that what I do has value. So if you're out there volunteering, you're out there giving away a lot of your product and services for free, I get that you have to do that in the beginning. I get that there's going to be some people that you want to help out, but here's what happens with that. Then it becomes an expectation of you to give everything away for free. And I want to tell you that you have the freedom not to be free. So I'm not free anymore. I mean, I am free. You know what I mean. I'll never charge a guest, but we bring value to the community. We bring value to business. And so if businesses want to hop on board and they want to, I bet they do, Eddie. They always want you to give stuff away. And what I want to tell you is, as a small business, as a startup, it is, I've dipped my toe in the pool. I actually believe we have an amazing product and an amazing service that we're providing. So why wouldn't all of you, and I'm not generalizing with my audience, why wouldn't all of you want to see me continue it? And do you know what it costs to continue it? A little bit of money. So I'm not talking about the money specifically. I'm talking about if you don't know that you have value, if you don't know that you're not free, nobody else will know it either. So you have to believe in yourself. I don't care what you charge. I don't care what it is that you're doing. If you're not putting a price tag on it, if you're not believing it yourself, then why would anybody else believe it? They have to have some skin in the game if they want you to promote them, if they want you to promote their event. I have people asking me all the time, Ted, can you come do my event for free? Well, 2-3 hours out of my time, and then I'm going there, paying for my own parking, paying for my clothes, paying for my gas, and they don't want to give me anything back, then I'm allowing them for me not to be charged. I'm allowing them to not put value on me. I'm the one that sets it. You're the one that sets it too. So if you're out there, I'm not talking about community work. I'm not talking about selfless things that we all do as a volunteer. I'm talking about your businesses and your service. They have a value, and we have to get back to supporting and sponsoring and helping people in their small business efforts, and assign a value and accept it when there's a value. I'm not trying to make $1 billion. I mean, I'd like to, but I'm not trying to make $1 billion off the efforts that we're doing. But I know that I'm bringing value. I know people are making sales because of me. I know that people are doing business, making connections because of me. And up until very recently, I just gave that away. Selfless connector. I like to connect people. But if I'm really going to take this seriously, and anybody on the other side is going to take me seriously as a mentor, as the TED program creator, then I have to set the bar. That's right, I have to set my value bar. And so that's what we've done with the TED Show. And I'm not here to preach or to try to pitch you on the TED program or the TED Show right at this moment. I'm just telling you that I don't know where the volume went. That's funny, my whole volume went away. You all have to do the same thing in your business. If you're doing business with family and you're giving it away to your third cousin because your aunt asked you to do it, then you're not giving the value there, and people perceive that, and then it becomes, again, the expectation. So enough about that part of the freedom. You have the freedom not to be free. You don't have to give everything away and not expect some sort of monetary value to what service and what wonderful things that you are doing in whatever line of business that you're doing it in. The second thing is you have the freedom to not be free to volunteer and say yes to everything. Now there's an entirely big movement on just say no to things, and there's a just say yes. But here's what I hear people complaining about. Well, gosh, I barely have any time anymore because I'm volunteering for this, 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 and this. Or yes, Yvonne, you're right. Business folks don't expect you to give away your services. Business people understand. You're right. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to be free. You don't have to be free to say yes to everything. If you're spending the majority of your time, free time, away from your family, away from your business, doing things that people are asking you to do because you just don't want to say no, you're a nice person, You have the freedom to not be free. I can't do it. Say I can't do it. I'm guilty of this. Stacy's on here. She'll tell you the same thing. I am guilty of it. I say yes to everything. You know why? Because I want to help the world. I want everybody to be happy. And I'm a people pleaser, believe it or not. Button pusher and people pleaser. But here's the thing. Eddie, you're right. So you guys do huge events for free and oftentimes not even a thank you. I agree with that. So what I've started doing, that's a great point. What I've started doing is if I don't get some sort of response back, if I don't even, I have a show that I'm doing coming up, and I won't name names, but the person who organized it is probably one of the most unfriendly human beings on the planet. I don't want to do the show, but I committed to it, and I'm a professional, and I'm a good person. I'm not going to let that person drive me, but I will never, ever do business with that person again. I will never let them on the show again because I'm taking it back. You have the freedom to not be free. So I want you guys to add value. Take what you're doing, all of the time you're spending. Take a look at it. Are you 10 hours a week doing things that could be more productive and could add value, monetary value to your life? Take a look and see what you're doing, but don't give it, it's not you, it's not you, Miranda, I promise. Know your value. Yes, know your worth because you are valuable, you are worthy, and that's what this whole freedom thing is. We have to start thinking differently, and we have to support each other because I can come out here and tell you I have value, and you can snub your nose up at it because you don't see the value or I haven't presented it to you in the past. Well, I'm telling you now, I have value and there is value in what I'm doing, and I have the freedom not to be free anymore. Does that mean I'm going to stop doing charity events? Does that mean I'm going to stop doing good things for people or planting seeds? Absolutely not. I had Eric Gray on today with United Against Poverty. What an amazing organization. I'm not looking to get money from Eric Gray. I'm not looking to get money from any of my guests per se, my guests on the regular TED show. But we have a big value when we go out in the community I have so many social media people. You can reach people that you couldn't normally reach just by using my platform and the fact that we have built up the TED show and the TED program over the last 9 months. So that's what I'm saying to you. I just want you to add value. Remember, your time is valuable. Your time that you're dedicating to other people, where do you draw the line? Sam, that is such a great question. I'm learning it. I don't know where to draw the line, but here's what I am doing. I'm learning to say, look, if you want to do business with me, there's a minimum cost to my time. And I established that. I'm the one that sets it. Could I change it? Sure. But I don't want to change it because the minute I start changing it, then I mitigate, I water it down, I mitigate it. It becomes something that anybody can challenge, and then I start to question myself. So I've got a flat fee for certain things that I do. I've got an hourly fee for certain things that I do. My consulting's not free. Introducing you to my 30,000 people I have on social media isn't free. You guys, you're a great guy too. Eddie and I, for example, Eddie Nichols he owns Bites and Bubbles downtown. Just such a great symbiotic relationship. We are appreciative of each other and we support each other. And he came on the show and gave things away. And he knows the value of having that kind of relationship, and he knows that he has a value and I have a value. And that's what we need to start expecting of each other. Just because I assign a value to me, that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. If it was free before, that's because I'm testing it out. I'm going for a ride with everybody and trying to figure out what it is I want to do. I never got into this to make money, and now that there's an opportunity, I need to put a value on that, or I just might as well go along and make the show free, and I'll let everybody and their brother on, and we'll all have a great kumbaya moment, which I love, don't get me wrong, you know guys, you know I do. But there has to be a value to what I'm doing, and there has to be a value to what you're doing. I'm the only one that can determine it, and if for some reason that value isn't in your wheelhouse, so be it. Bless and release. I still love you guys, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to change. I'm not going to MC events that I know people are making a ton of money at, and they don't even want to pay for my parking. I'm not going to MC an event or do a speaking engagement for free when I know I'm the one that's doing all of the promotion. Who doesn't see value in TED? Thank you, Yvonne. But this isn't about the money. It's really not. It's about making sure that you know your value and that you have value, and that when you're doing something that is helping everyone else and you're monetizing yourself, that's not a bad thing. It doesn't make you a greedy human being or a bad person. It doesn't make you any less selfless or philanthropic. It means that you've added the value. Now, the people who see it and want to have it are going to pay that value, but only when you establish it. So remember, you're worthy, you have value, and you have the freedom to not be free. Love you guys. Have a great weekend.